Hi, this is Arlie Carson. This is a quick tutorial for my clients who need to set up website hosting. I'm going to have you set up hosting with SiteGround, WordPress hosting. They are the best as far as speed, security, you name it. They're absolutely the best. So I need you to set up hosting with them. If you don't have a domain name, you can also purchase your web address or domain name during the hosting setup process. I'm going to use an example with this one to show you how to do this. So first, you're going to receive an email from me that's going to have a lot more information than what you're going to see on this one, but there's also going to be the link to click on to take you directly to SiteGround to set up your hosting. So you'll receive an email, and again, there's going to be a lot more than just this. This is for example purposes. But you see the link for SiteGround. You'll click this. What this will do, this will take you directly to the WordPress hosting on SiteGround. And on this, I'm going to want you to choose the Go Geek level. And there's a reason for that, simply because there are more tools, better speed, more storage, better features. So go with this one. And what you'll do is you'll see this, just go to Go Geek, then click on Get Started. Step 2 is where they're going to give you the option of registering a new domain name or web address. Or if you already have a domain name or web address, you can choose this. In this case, we're going to go with registering a new domain name or web address. I happen to have a new client that you're going to want to check out their website as soon as we get it finished, because it's going to have a lot of awesome information about Fripp Island, South Carolina for vacations, golf cart rentals, you name it. This is going to be the go-to site for having fun at Fripp Island on your next vacation. They happen to have a choice for their new domain name, and it is We See 'Em Rentals. So all you do is you fill out this portion of what you would like your new domain name to be, and hopefully that name will be available. And then of course you choose the suffix, and of course we're going to just go with .com. Domain registration is $14.95 per year. Okay, so once you've got that in there, you click proceed. Now, if that domain name or web address is available, this is the next screen you're going to see, because it's telling you that WeSeeEmRentals.com is available for registration with your hosting account. Don't forget that name, WeSeeEmRentals.com. You'll fill out your information. If you already have an account, clearly you can log in here, but most of you won't have an account, so go ahead and fill out your information. Fill out your payment information. And then with regard to hosting, how long? 12 months. You can go 1 month for a trial, but it's not likely you're going to be using that. So my recommendation is a minimum of 12 months. And of course, the maximum they allow you is 36 months. In this section, they have extra services: domain registration, which is the purchase of the domain privacy. If you don't want people being able to look up your information, your phone number, your email address, because you have to register all this information, is going to be showing up under a who is search for your domain name. So if you don't want people being able to look you up, and next thing you know, you're getting a bunch of spam email or even phone calls because your phone number is going to be there, I recommend you go ahead and choose domain privacy so that you don't have to deal with that. The other, which is SSL certificate, which is the secure protocol, or in other words, when someone goes to your website, they're going to see the green lock in the browser window, just like you see on this one. Okay, it's secure, and that's what the SSL certificate does. Is it doesn't make your website itself secure, But what it does do is when people type in their their information on a form, fill out a form, or make a purchase on a website, the information once you fill out all the information, you click Pay Now, okay, or Submit or whatever. What happens is it immediately goes through this SSL or secure server, and it encrypts that information so that your information cannot be collected between the time you click on Pay Now or Submit and the time the information is either the purchase is made or the information is submitted and sent to the site admin. You don't want your information captured. So that's what this does. The site scanner, this is for monitoring your website. It monitors daily, immediately notifies your website has been hacked or injected with malicious code. Now, it's just monitoring, it's not securing it, okay, just so you know. But we'll be taking care of that in part of my service, so you don't have to concern yourself as much. There's never a guarantee that it's 100% not going to have a hack or whatever, but I promise you, I've got you covered so that your downtime is going to be absolutely minimal if that ever happens. So what you'll do is you'll fill out the information and you click the Pay Now button. Of course, I can't make the purchase here, but long and short is it'll set up the account. You'll receive emails, notification, what have you, and then you can go ahead and proceed. Now, the only other thing I'm going to ask you to do is I want you to look up dedicated IP, and it's a $30 fee per year. What that does is for search engine optimization and security, it's better to have a dedicated IP address because the account you're setting up, in essence, is on a shared server. And so that means other people have their websites hosted on that server as well. And what you'll be using is a shared IP address. And sometimes, that's not that there's going to be a major problem with that. However, for search engine optimization, site speed, site security, you could encounter some problems. So it's best to have a dedicated IP address. And you'll see where you can make that purchase. If you don't, no problem. I'm going to help you with that. We'll go ahead and get that taken care of as well. They just don't offer this as an option on extra services. I wish they did, but they don't. So anyway, that's it. Make your purchase. Of course, I'm going to need the login username or email address and password so that I can gain access to the back end and get started on your website. So please go ahead and make sure you get me that information, that username and password for your new SiteGround account, and then we can get started on building your website. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call me. Call me anytime at area code 803-386-1401. Now, you've also by now received an email where I've set you up in my client management system where you can submit tickets for support. There, you will receive that information via email with your password and your login information. If you have questions with regard to that, because you want to have that access, because you can go back and pull up invoices that you've paid, all sorts of information about your particular account, our communications, all sorts of things. So you absolutely want to utilize that. And if you want to just submit a support ticket with that, instead of calling me, you can do that. And that way I've got something in writing that has all the details about what your problem may be, what your issue may be, what your questions may be, what your ideas may be, any of that kind of stuff. And we've got a track record of all that, both you and I. So I'm going to be having some other tutorial videos available for you to see with regard to setting up your account to purchase your WordPress themes and WordPress plugins. Also purchasing royalty-free stock images, stock video, things like that. So those are becoming in additional videos. So anyway, I hope you learned something from this, but please don't hesitate to call me if you have a question. Area code 386 1401. Thank you.